Here now to weigh in on today's hearing, I'd like to welcome in New York City Council member Vickie Paladino. Councilwoman, thank you so much for giving us some of your time. I want to start with the mayor of New York City. The Trump administration, obviously, as we know, recently moved to have the criminal charges against Mayor Eric Adams thrown out. Now, prosecutors do reiterate that there is ample evidence for this case to move forward. We have seen some of the Democrats in that hearing making the case that the administration may be doing this in exchange for the mayor's cooperation when it comes to immigration enforcement. I'd like to listen to a portion of what's happened.
Mayor Adams, you are in a different position. You, of course, are already facing serious criminal charges: bribery, wire fraud, willfully and knowingly conspiring to commit offenses against the United States. And Republican prosecutors agree that the evidence against you is ironclad. Yet Trump's DOJ moved to drop these charges. We have a right to know if the Trump administration has actually coerced you into agreeing to anything. Are you selling out New Yorkers to save yourself from prosecution?
There's no deal, no quid pro quo, and I did nothing wrong. And anything dealing with this case out of deference to Judge Ho, who's now addressing it, I'm going to refer to his actions.
All right, so Councilwoman, I'd like to defer to you now. You know, we heard the argument for, we've heard the argument against. What is your reaction?
Okay, first off, they've been trying to pin this this deal, so-called deal, with the federal government. Let me make something really, really clear here as far as Mayor Eric Adams goes and how he's working with Tom Homan. Let's backtrack to the Biden administration when Eric Adams tried to work with the Biden administration and was turned away countless times, countless runs down to Washington. Now Trump comes into office. There was no deal made. This is something Eric Adams has wanted to do for a long time. Now I'm in office going to be 4 years now, presently in my 4th year. And I will tell you, I'm in office as long as Adams is in office. And we have wanted this action of a state of emergency declared and ICE brought in back in January of 23. And he wanted to cooperate back then. There was no deal made. Eric Adams has sought out Tom Homan has sought out Eric Adams, and Eric Adams has finally got a friend in Washington, whereas he will do his due diligence to get ICE connected with who they need to be connected with, these criminals, these illegals that are wreaking havoc on our streets each and every day, these gang members. Adams wants them gone, and he's wanted them gone for a while now. Compare him to that insane lunatic in Boston, that Michelle Wu. That's a woman who should be removed from office. When she made her statement today, a land ruled by fear is not a land of the free. Where did she pull that out from? Okay? A city that is scared is not safe. Yet, when this off-duty police officer shot dead an illegal in, I think, a Chick-fil-A or wherever it was, she sided with the illegal. Mayor Adams does not do that. You've got this other guy in Chicago with a 6%.
Councilwoman, let me interrupt you here. We know that there are certainly differing opinions. We are hearing a different tone from Mayor Adams compared to these other mayors in this hearing, at least what we've heard so far. Just talk about how things have changed in New York City when it comes to migrants, to illegal migrants under this new administration.
Well, he has agreed to turn them over. So when an illegal commits a crime, a heinous crime that we've had, and Rikers is full of nothing but the worst of the worst, ICE is allowed to come in and take who they need to take out and remove them. That's what Mayor Adams has agreed to with Tom Homan. Our streets now have become somewhat desolate. And I say that because a lot of these illegals, especially in a particular area here in Queens, where I live, where my district is, we have an area known as Roosevelt Avenue, which was like you see here, lines and lines of migrants, illegals, I should say, and prostitution, child trafficking, drugs. And now you go down Roosevelt Avenue and it's empty. The rats have crawled back into their holes. So that's what's happened thus far.
All right. So Councilwoman, you know, we know everyone here illegally, who is in this country illegally, is not a vicious criminal. Now, again, I do say they are here illegally, so that would be considered a crime. But do you think New York City is still a welcoming place for immigrants?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't want this to be fudged up in any way, shape, or form. Make it known that very clearly New York is a welcoming place. This is what we were built on. But we weren't built on Venezuelan gang members. We weren't built on cartels. We weren't built on people who wanted to live off the taxpayer dime. We were built by hard-working immigrants. Do not confuse that with the worst of the worst that this previous federal government allowed into our city. And we had to take.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.